Hi, boys and girls. Hi, Karis. Hi, Corey. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. How have you guys been doing? Yeah, I've been good. Hey, have you been good, Karis? Yeah. Hey, Karis, I have a joke for you. Hey, did you hear the one about COVID-19? Ha. Well, never mind. You probably won't get it. Do you have a joke for me? What's your joke? About the roof? No, I haven't heard that one. What's the joke about the roof? Ah, that's really funny, Karis. Well, have both of you guys heard about what we've been learning about in kids' church? I forget. Karis, what are we learning about? Faith. Oh, yeah, right. I remember now. Faith. And what's faith, Karis? Faith is believing what God says is true. Oh, yeah, right. Believing what God says is true and believing that he'll do what he says. That's right. That's exactly what faith is, boys and girls. Faith is just believing what God says is true and that he will do his word, what he says. That's right. But I have a question. You do, Corey? What's your question? Is faith hard? Faith hard?
No.
Is it hard, Karis? How come it's not hard?
Because
I know. What have we been learning about? Faith. But do you remember the faith toolbox? Oh yeah, the faith toolbox. Where is it, Karis? There it is. Oh, turn that around so you can see it. There we go. It says faith toolbox right there. Yeah. Faith toolbox. I remember. And when do we get our faith toolbox?
from God.
That's who we get it from. And when do we get it?
When we ask Jesus into our heart.
That's right. Remember, Corey? Oh, yeah, I remember. I asked Jesus into my heart, and he came in with his faith toolbox, and he gave it to me, right? That's right. Can you open it up and show us what reminds us of that in this faith toolbox? Oh, look it. That's right. Faith is a gift. I remember now. So is receiving a gift very hard? No, it's not, is it? Okay, no, it's going to be easy. That's great. So how do we respond to the gift of faith? I remember we respond with obedience. You taught me that, Karis. What was the next thing that we learned about? That's right, because not only is faith a gift, but God gives us tools. Oh, you're so strong, Karis. What's that? What is it?
A weight.
A weight. A weight. And what are you supposed to do with a weight?
Exercise with it.
How often? Over and over and over, remember? That's right. And why is this a faith tool? It's to remind us that faith takes work, right? It takes practice. We've got to do it over and over and over and over. So is that hard? Was it hard to do? No, it's not hard to do. So faith isn't hard, Corey. Faith is great. Faith is a gift, so it's easy. And God, not only that, God gives us the tools that we need to use to develop our faith. Wow, he's so great. I'm just so glad we have God. Aren't you, Karis? Mm-hmm. So what's our faith tool today? What is it, Karis? Wow. Whoa, they're blue. What are they?
Headphones.
Headphones? Can you put them on? Oh, wow. And what do you use headphones for?
Listening to music.
Listening to music or listening to a message or listening to something that you want to hear, right? Well, yeah, that's pretty cool. Wow. So why is this a faith tool? Why is it a faith tool? What makes it a faith tool? Well, let me tell you guys a story. Now, Karis, I want you to have these headphones, and we're going to tell a story about a man named Jairus. You guys probably know the story about the man named Jairus. He had a little girl who was very sick. Now, Jairus had a choice to make. He could choose to believe what Jesus said was true, or he could choose to believe something that somebody else said. So, Karis, whenever he's choosing to believe what Jesus says is true, you put the headphone in this ear, okay? Let me see. That's right. And when Jairus decides to believe what somebody else says, then what are you going to do? Put that one in there. Okay, so let's tell the story. Okay, I love stories. I just love stories, don't you? That's right. Okay, so Jairus was a ruler in the synagogue. You guys remember what synagogue means? Oh yeah. It's church. That's right, church. That's right, synagogue is church. So Jairus was a ruler of the synagogue. That means he knew all about God, didn't he? Yeah. And he had a 12-year-old little girl, and she got very, very, very sick. And so when Jesus showed up in his area, Jairus ran to meet Jesus and said, Jesus, would you please come? Please come. My little girl is so sick, she's just about to die. And so Jesus said to Jairus, sure, I'll come. So did Jairus believe him? Yeah. Okay, so put it in your ear. No, there you go. So Jairus believed Jesus, and so he led him to his house. Wow, Jesus is so cool. I love it when he does miracles. That's just great. Yes, but on the way, what's going to happen? On the way, one of Jairus' friends came from the house and said, don't bother Jesus anymore. Your little girl just died. Oh no. What's Jairus going to do? Oh, he's not going to believe Jesus anymore, is he? He's going to believe what the person says is true, which we would normally do that. But Jesus turned to him and said, Jairus, don't be afraid, only believe. Don't be afraid, only believe. Okay, so did Jairus believe what Jesus said that time? Okay, so then you can pull this out. So they kept going to Jairus' house. Jairus chose to believe what Jesus said was true. And then Jairus led him to his home, and what did Jesus do? I know. He healed her. That's right. And he raised her from the dead because she actually had died. And so he raised her from the dead, all because Jairus believed that Jesus was going to do what he said he was going to do. And that's faith. Wow, that's so cool. Okay, you can take it out of your ear now. Thank you so much, Karis. That's great. So I understand. Okay, the headphones are because we have to choose what we listen to. That's right. Jairus had to choose whether he was going to listen to what Jesus said or whether he was going to listen to what his friends said and just give up, right? So if you're believing God for something, if you're believing God for a new job or for healing or for good marks in school, you're not very old enough to get a job, but your parents might be believing for a job and you might be believing with them. You might have a family faith project that you're working on. And so how do you believe what God says is true? There are some things that you can do, and go to our website and you'll find out a few of those there, but you can believe what God says. You can read the scriptures that talk about getting a new job or getting favor or having wisdom and deciding, or all about healing if you guys are believing for healing. Wow, what if I'm believing for friends, for new friends? Well, then there are lots of verses in the Bible for getting new friends. You can read those and believe what God says about having friends, right? Oh, yeah. So that's what faith is. Now, Jesus told Jairus something very, very important, because fear is often the biggest thing that stands in the way of our faith. Jairus could have been afraid, and he was starting to get afraid. Oh, no, his little girl had died. But Jesus told him, I know, don't be afraid. Only believe. That's right. Don't be afraid. Only believe. Good. Okay. Fear is often the biggest thing that gets in the way of our faith. And understanding and listening to God's word is the best way to overcome our fear and to build our faith. So can you guys do that today? Can you listen to God's word instead of other people's words? Can you listen and so that you can overcome fear about what other people might say? So we don't have this fear. We have faith. Can you do the other ear? That's right. Listen to what God says is true and believe what God says, and that's faith. Wow, that's so great. Yay, I'm going to choose to listen to what God says is true and believe that he'll do what he says. How about you, Karis? Awesome. Well, thanks, kids. See you later.